Hello world, I'm LJ and this is LJ Goes Sweden. Today it's time to show you what happens if you don't prepare your Tesla for winter, for freezing temperatures. If you have not seen my video where I tell you what you should do to make the experience during freezing, during winter time more comfortable, check out the video right up there to improve it, because now I will show you what happens if you don't. However, not everything, because like I said in the video back in time, I have applied silicone spray, so I also want to show you if that even has a positive effect. But as well, we're gonna expect a frozen car, right? So we have currently, I think, like 0 or 1 degree Celsius in the positive, but we had a lot of freezing the last days. I didn't move the car for a whole week. Also, it's gonna be interesting how much electricity the car consumed over the last days. I was charging the car with a household plug the last weekend. I was stopping the charge at like 62% state of charge for the battery. Now let's see also how much it dropped during 1 whole week. We had some warmer days with like 6-7 degrees, I think Wednesday, but since that day it dropped really good. And also next week I'm gonna expect like a lot of freezing days, maybe even the first real snow that's gonna stay. But enough said, guys, let's check out the car. So as you can maybe see behind me, the grass is fully frozen and it looks kind of like it snowed, but there is literally no snow. It's really just pure ice. And I can see the car and it looks really, really bad. So definitely I have to do the defreezing before I start driving today. So let's take a look, guys. There it is. And as you can see, a lot of ice crystals have already formed. They have not fully connected yet, but I can feel it is solid ice already. If you check, however, right here, you can see there is that line that goes on the doors, on the front door. That is the silicone spray. You can see the silicone spray has actually worked. Interestingly, here around the camera, you have also a circle. I haven't done anything to this part, but it's interesting. And also up here, I have sprayed a bit and you can see that it's not fully up there, but maybe that's also just because of physics. You know, you have a bit of the frame here that is maybe like blocking the ice to fully like affect it. However, you can already see some melting. There are driplets that are fully frozen. And yes, how do the door handles look? They don't look too bad, but like I said, I have not sprayed the door handles themselves. I sprayed the spring inside, so maybe that also has an effect. Yes, then you can see the side mirrors are folded in. I don't think it's gonna be an issue as of today, because it's not a lot of like melting that has been going on yet due to like snow and then freezing, so it still should move. However, you know, the front fully frozen, so without an ice scraper, you can see it's still possible to reach the windshield just by wiping it a bit. Cameras and everything look fully okay. The front might be an issue as well, because you can already see here there has been like a line that has formed between the ice from this part to the moving part. And if this one is like melting and then freezing, then this is gonna freeze the whole area here. Also, of course, that is gonna be a major issue. I remember that from last year. If you have too much ice here, you will not be able to see anything during the dark times when it's dark. So this is really, really important that you have to clean this yourself, because of course the car is not heating the lights. Well, let's just check the other side. This side should be the worst. On the other side you have the house, which is like blocking the wind, so you don't have so much cool air hitting this, but this side is the full affected side. So I think this should be the worst side. But also here you can still see that the window is like still not fully frozen to the bottom yet. And of course here you can see it's not frozen due to like the side mirror being closed. So that is something that is of course happening if you don't fold the side mirror in winter. And also the bottom here, I'm gonna try to open all 4 doors. But here, for example, you see a huge difference here on the door handle. I hope you can see it. This one is gonna be very, very difficult to open, I guess. So yeah, I'm just pushing a bit now. I think that is the state of the car, fully unfrozen. Interesting here. Here is no circle. There's no circle around this camera. Why is there a circle around the other side? That is the interesting part. Because, you know, you definitely see the difference also on the side. I don't know if you can see it. I was actually hoping that I can clean my car one more time before winter, but I don't think it's gonna happen. This side, very, very just like, you know, dirt, no ice on the side. That side, you can see the frost here, even here on the side. It's not just the paint, it's the whole frost even going further south. And now we're gonna try to open the driver door, I would say, and also see how the side mirrors are going. Also, like I said, keep in mind, the state of charge when I left the car uncharged for 5-6 days was 62%. Let's see how far it went now, but we're gonna open the front door now and then we take a look inside the car. Okay, it's a bit frozen, of course, so we have to push front. Now it should be able to open. Yeah, you saw, window came down. The windows were also able to open, so let's just close the door. 0 degrees Celsius, the car tells me, and we're still at 60% state of charge. So we are actually around 59.5%. One other thing we're gonna check out right now, because you know I'm gonna definitely defreeze the car. I want to go to the service mode and see what is the battery temperature at 0 degrees without doing anything right now. High voltage system. You can see high voltage battery, minimum maximum temperature is the same, minus 1.5 degrees Celsius is the battery right now. The AC, minus 2.5 degrees right now. Nothing is really running. You see the pump is flowing, of course, minus 1 degree. Ambient air, 0. So everything is actually in the negatives right now. And now it's running, of course, to kind of like heat up the battery a bit. You see the autopilot is already increasing, 9 degrees autopilot temperature of this system here. See, I always love going through these sometimes just to understand what the car is doing in the background that you don't even understand if you're just using the car. What is the state of charge for the low voltage battery is 74%. That is of course also something that is always getting charged when you are leaving the car. So if this is reaching like the critical state, then it is activating the high voltage battery to get charged back. And I think that's all of the interesting things as of right now. I have the feeling that now when we get outside, you can already see that the camera areas are starting to melt because of course we are in the car. I already feel the seat heating is going on and also the steering wheel is getting heated. So let's go around the car and we're gonna just open all the doors. I'm not gonna open the front and probably also not the trunk because I know that it's gonna be very uncomfortable. You can see silicone spray is definitely working on the car, which is in my opinion definitely a win from last year. So now we're gonna open this door. A bit of melting here as well. You can see it was still like not too much ice, so we can see the ice now here, of course. Door is opening fine though. This is gonna be the more difficult area. I still have the feeling you're gonna be able to open the door, but you should not do it, and this is more for testing purpose, but especially also the door handle is gonna be interesting. Yeah, you saw I kind of was able to open it, and now let's just see. Yeah, still not an issue, but it will become an issue if you leave the car longer, or it's gonna be even colder, freezing. So next week I'm just gonna like redo this maybe I'm gonna include it as a part of a different video. We will see. I don't want to do the same thing 2 weeks in a row. But now also this door, I'm just gonna push. Normal pushing doesn't really do anything, so we push on the front. Now we hit the click, and now still not. There we go. Yeah, and also that one works, but also, as you can see, not fully. And here, like I said, camera heating instantly starts. And yeah, the doors, the side mirrors opened. So now it is time. Oh, also very interesting to see up here. Also the camera heating started up there. So even though the car is not like, you know, heated by anything that I set it to heat, the heating on the camera started. So let's open the Tesla app and let's do some preheating. So you can see that the battery is blue in a small little portion. So that means the battery is below being able to fully like use the whole state of charge, more out of a safety reason than out of like usage reason, but usually once you drive, it reaches a certain temperature. It will be able to receive that part that is now blocked or like locked away from you for usage. And something else that is very interesting is that pop-up that I'm getting right up there. So if you are in need of a Tesla, either you want to buy a new one or you want to move from an ICE car to an electric vehicle, this is your chance of getting a Tesla incentive. And if you want to support me, then you can use my referral link right up there to get yourself some Tesla incentives. Maybe supercharging kilometers, so free supercharging, maybe a few $1,000s or whatever your currency is in discount, or maybe for self-driving free trial months that I would love to have, to be honest, but I'm living in Sweden, it's EU, it's gonna take forever for this feature, unfortunately, to become available. Yeah, unfortunately. But if, like I said, you want to support me, thank you very much, feel free, and then I hope you enjoy your Tesla if you're buying one. Thank you very much. And now let's just activate the climate. Usually I'm not gonna do the defrost. I have heard that a person was saying if you use the defrost and it is really too cold, that the temperature difference between like the maximum AC temperature and the outside of the windshield could actually cause it to crack. I don't know if that is true, so I cannot say yes or no to this, but I personally always just enjoyed putting it on the temperature that I actually want to have it inside the car and then just wait a bit longer, because in the end I don't want to go in the car and feel like I'm going into a sauna. I want to go in the car and I want to feel like normal, like feel cozy. So we're gonna activate that right now at 21.5 degrees. And we should also probably hear the battery very soon gonna work really hard. The car is starting to sucking in a lot of air. I don't know if you can hear it, but the AC system is running really, really hard now. And of course, all the heating goes on. We get the auto on the front seats, not on the back for whatever reason. But yeah, so we're gonna melt the car. You also instantly see already the pattern going through the back now. Let's see how long it's gonna take. Started at 59% state of charge for the battery. Now we're gonna leave it for a few minutes. I have the feeling when we go back here to the car, it's gonna be at around 50%, because usually it takes a lot for the initial upheating of the car. Yeah, let's take a look. So I see you in a bit. Okay guys, so there we are. It is now 12:29. I have started the heating at 12:12, so 17-18 minutes. I have kept the car running now on 21.5 degrees. And as you can see, of course, obviously, the whole windows are fully unfrozen. You still have this issue right here. And I'm telling you, that is becoming an issue because, yes, of course, it is now melted. But once you start driving or you park the car again, it's gonna freeze. It is gonna freeze. I don't know how much it's gonna freeze when you have like the silicone spray on there. But my learning that I definitely also gonna do now is I'm gonna get a towel and I'm gonna just wipe it away to reduce the amount of water that is being stuck there, so that it's not gonna have so much water anymore to start freezing once again while driving. But that is always an issue that I remember seeing. And yeah, of course, on the upper panels, you still see the issue here where you don't have any window. The panoramic roof, of course, on the Model 3 is two different panels. So you have that one where there is also no window from the bottom. So it's taking way longer to reach through here. And also the same one you have right here, but not as much of an issue. The front, of course, that's what I also said. Fully the same. You have to clean them yourself. else you're gonna have issues, at least when it's getting dark. I know that. On the driver's side, like I said, not as much of an issue with the ice here, but still it's gonna be a bit. The door handles are not heated, so I don't really know how much they are affected now. Of course, during the time maybe it goes through. With the trunk, I fully feel comfortable now opening it, because as you can see, there is no connection anymore here. But you can see the water though building up here. But here you can see that areas here, and there is actually ice. I don't know if you can see it, but there is ice here. I have fully sprayed that rubber area here, that it should not connect the ice with the rubber, but I feel that it's still connecting. So that is something that is always like an issue in my opinion, because once that thing is fully filled with ice, then you have that perfect connection. That is another learning that I can give you right here. If you notice your car is gonna get frozen like asymmetrically, so you know you have one side that is worse frozen than the other, think about that you park your car so that you as a driver have the easier side that is less freezing, so that you can have less issues. Of course, makes sense, but sometimes you just don't think about it. For example, last year my car was parked the other side most of the time, so that was an issue. But what else, just to show you again, also here the door handle, still the ice that we had before, not fully through. The big question of course now is how much did it use? We just talked a bit even more. It is now 33, so we are running for 21 minutes the AC, and we have used, there you can see it, 55% of the battery. We still have the blue little thing for the battery, but 55. We started at 59.5, remember? So something between 5 to 6% of the battery was used for, first of all, heating the car to the initial value, but then of course also holding the temperature. And always the most consuming part is of course getting the car to the temperature. The holding stage is not as consuming as the reaching temperature, but of course the higher the temperature is, the more it consumes during the holding stage. So how much range? 25-30 kilometers that you just have basically wasted. Yeah, but that is winter. That is winter with a Tesla. But what do you think? Even now with that more like Central European worst case scenario, is it good? Is it bad? Let me know what you think. Thank you very much for watching this video. Like I said, if you want to support me, feel free to use my referral link and buy yourself a Tesla to get some incentives. And second of all, you can also donate some money to me if you want to support me and my channel and what I'm doing. So thank you very much. And now guys, I'm going ice bathing. Let's see if the lake is actually frozen for the first time today. Back there, I don't know if you can see it. Oh yeah, there you can see it. I just went 5-6 minutes it was. And yeah, now I'm going in the car. You can see I am a bit red. Yeah, water temperature 1 degree. I was lucky that I could break through the ice. It was like a centimeter thick already. So yeah, next week I probably need to find a different spot, because here I don't have any more access. Have a wonderful day. We're gonna see each other back in the next video. But until then, bye bye.